What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Daily Sean. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Sean. I do a daily video on something related to nursing. No rhyme or reason, probably not going to change. Murphy's Law. We all know about Murphy's Law, but Murphy's Law in nursing is a little bit different. Thought I would give 3 scenarios where Murphy's Law punches nurses dead in the gut. Number 1, Murphy's Law. Here's the scenario. You walk into the patient's room, you have to do a dressing change, or there's some sort of intervention that requires you to be in the room with supplies. This particular room also is in precaution, so you're going to have to gown, glove, don a mask, the whole 9 yards. You get in there, you do your thing, you just get started, set the stage, and your nose itches. Your nose itches and you either don't itch it and it completely distracts you from what you're doing, or you try and do the nonchalant. What makes this scenario worse is when you don't have a mask on and you have an exposed face. So you don't want to put your gown on your exposed nose, or better yet, you're in a sterile technique scenario where you have sterile gloves, sterile gown on, and your face itches and you can't touch your nose. Thank you, Murphy. Murphy's Law number 2. Every time you're in a hurry and you hang some sort of bag, whether it be an IV fluid bag, a unit of some sort of blood product, or if your facility still uses the tube feeds where you have to spike the bag, you don't pay attention to what you're doing, and instead of spiking the inlet, you actually spike the bag. So then all the contents of the bag decide to spill out not only on the floor, but usually splash up onto your scrubs. Might even get the patient, a couple pieces of equipment. Can only imagine how interesting this scenario gets if it's actually a unit of blood. Not that I've ever had that happen to me, but I have heard of it before. Thank you, Murphy. Murphy's Law number 3. You walk into the patient's room and you have to gown and glove and put on the protective gear. You walk into the patient's room and you have to check a blood sugar. So you go to check a blood sugar and you use the lancet to prick their finger or their thumb. Prick the thumb or the finger, twist off the lancet, or however, whatever kind of lancet you use. You twist off the top of the lancet, you press it onto the finger, and no go. Either the lancet itself doesn't work, or it was successfully launched and they have no blood. Or better yet, the lancet actually deploys and you prick their finger and you get nothing but fluid. Gee, thanks. Hopefully, you've learned your lesson and you bring more than one lancet into the room. Because if you only brought one lancet and it was a no-go, guess what? You get to walk back out of the room, take off your gear, go get more equipment, put your gear back on, and then walk back into the room and try a second time. Because we have all the time in the world, right? It's not like this has happened to me or anything. I just heard this before. Thank you, Murphy. As you can tell, I don't really have a good relationship with Murphy, and I hope that Murphy never shows up again on my unit. Anyone have anything else to say about Murphy? Love to hear from you. Leave your comments down below. Your comments are my caffeine. Share this with somebody. And as always, check your own pulse first.